مشاهدينا الأعزاء، أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة من برنامج البعد الرابع. هذه المرة نسلط الضوء على ظاهرة قديمة جديدة أخذت بالاتساع مؤخرا، نسمع عنها الكثير ولكن لا نعرف عنها سوى القليل. مصطلحات كثيرة نعرفها، لا نتعمق غالبا فيها، ولكننا نحاول فهمها تماما كمصطلح الاتجار بالبشر. ولكن المفارقة أن غالبية المعلومات التي لدينا مغلوطة أو منقوصة. لذا وبعد الدراسة رأينا أن نتوسع في هذا الموضوع ونبحث حوله. وقع الاختيار على الولايات المتحدة الامريكية في هذا الموضوع بالذات، خاصة لأنها ومنذ 13 عاما لديها قانون مختص بمكافحة هذه الجريمة. أثناء البحث والترتيب لهذا الموضوع رأينا أن نبحث عن اسم الأردن وشركاته، لنجد أن هناك حالات لشركات أردنية منخرطة بهذه التجارة بأمريكا، الأمر الذي أكد لنا وجوب استكمال تحقيقنا.
I started working on this issue in 1993, so really 7 years before the federal government here passed the first Trafficking Victims Protection Act.
This is not just a problem in the United States, it's not just a problem in Jordan.
أعددنا سلسلة حلقات أسميناها تجارة الحرية، نسلط فيها الأضواء على التجربة الأمريكية في هذا المجال بهدف الاستفادة من خبرة تهم الإنسانية. قسمت الحلقات لثلاث: الأولى توثيق لتجارب ضحايا حقيقيين، ومنهم من كان ضحايا لشركات أردنية.
Paid the recruiter, they traveled to Kathmandu, they got on a plane, they went to Amman.
It's really hard, man.
When they landed, their passports were taken, and they were taken, we believe, to a lot compound in Amman.
That was a moment that I will never, ever forget about it in my life.
My mother was a prostitute and my father was a pimp.
الحلقة الثانية تتحدث عن المؤسسات والهيئات التي تهتم برعاية الضحايا والوقاية من هذه الظاهرة، إضافة لوضع منطقتنا العربية تشريعياً وقانونياً.
That 21 million people live in slavery today.
القانون العربي الوحيد اللي فيه نص صريح يعاقب المستفيد هو القانون السوري.
These people come from a variety of backgrounds. Some of them were trafficked here. Some of them were abused by their parents.
الحلقة الثالثة تتحدث عن المؤسسات الأمنية والهيئات الحكومية التي تكافح هذه التجارة، وتسلسلنا فيها من المستوى الفيدرالي وصولاً إلى المستوى المحلي.
We have a sexual assault unit, a domestic violence unit, and a crimes against children unit, as well as human trafficking.
The people that are looking to exploit, juveniles involved in the sex trafficking, to come to us, and we will charge them with crimes as well, yes.
Our office is 8,100 people. Our Division of Criminal Justice is over 100 attorneys. We prosecute thousands of cases.
الاتجار بالبشر أو ما يسمى بالعبودية الحديثة، مصطلحات بدأت بالظهور على الساحة العالمية من جديد بعد أن كانت قد توارت عن الأنظار لفترة من الزمن.
تجارة الحرية سلسلة من الحلقات أعدها فريق البرنامج ليسلط الضوء فيها على هذه الظاهرة من خلال رحلتهم إلى الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية بهدف الرصد عن قرب، وبوجود أسماء لشركات أردنية ذكرت في هذه الجريمة أصبح الأمر واجباً.
إليكم الحلقة الأولى من هذه السلسلة التي خصصت لتجارب الضحايا.
الاتجار بالبشر جريمة تنطوي على استغلال شخص ما لأغراض العمل العادية أو العمل في التجارة الجنسية من خلال استخدام القوة أو الاحتيال أو الإكراه، أو حث أشخاص أصغر سناً من 18 عاماً للعمل في التجارة الجنسية. وهي جريمة بصرف النظر عن ما إذا كان هناك قوة أو احتيال أو إكراه، ويمكن للضحايا أن يكونوا أي شخص من جميع أنحاء العالم، النساء والرجال والبالغون والأطفال والمواطنون وغير المواطنين على حد سواء. مصطلح واسع وفضفاض ويمكن أن يشمل الكثير من الجرائم تحت مظلته، إلا أن التعريفات لم تختلف كثيراً عن بعضها البعض. ففي قانون حماية ضحايا الاتجار بالبشر في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية لسنة 2000 المعدل جرم كل من يجند أو يأوي أو ينقل أو يوفر أو يجبر أشخاصاً للعمل في مجالات متعددة أو الأعمال الجنسية التجارية من خلال استخدام القوة أو الاحتيال أو الإكراه. ليأتي تعريف الاتجار بالبشر الخاص بمكتب الأمم المتحدة المعني بالمخدرات والجريمة في المادة الثالثة الفقرة ألف من بروتوكول منع وقمع ومعاقبة الاتجار بالأشخاص، ليشمل ما سبق ويضيف له الاختطاف أو الاحتيال أو الخداع أو إساءة استخدام السلطة أو استغلال موقف ضعف أو إعطاء أو تلقي مبالغ مالية أو مزايا لنيل موافقة شخص له سيطرة على شخص آخر لغرض الاستغلال، ويشمل نزع الأعضاء أيضاً.
In the year 2000, the United Nations promulgated a protocol to the Transnational Organized Crime Convention. We call that the Palermo Protocol because it was signed in Palermo in Sicily. The Palermo Protocol basically says that human trafficking is all of the activities involved in getting someone for and then holding them in a condition of servitude. So whether you're the recruiter who's in the village, who's telling people they can have a better life if they come to America or if they come to Jordan, or whether you're actually the boss in the factory or in the brothel, if you're holding that person, not letting them leave, then you're guilty of human trafficking.
الاتجار بالبشر لا يعرف ديناً ولا جنسية ولا مكاناً محدداً، ولا يفرض أن يكون هناك سفر من بلد لآخر. فعدد كبير من الضحايا الذين سجلوا في تقرير الاتجار بالأشخاص لعام 2013 الصادر في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية كانوا مواطنين، فهدف المتاجرين من استغلال واستعباد ضحاياهم. والممارسات القسرية لا تعد ولا تحصى، ولم تقتصر على المهاجرين أو المغتربين. ففي رحلتنا إلى أمريكا قابلنا المحامية أغنيشكا التي وكلت بقضية من مواطنين من نيبال يطلبون حقوق أبنائهم الذين تم الاحتيال عليهم واستغلالهم من قبل تحالف لشركتين أردنية وأمريكية بحسب ادعائهم، ولتسجل القضية كاتجار بالبشر.
The story of the Nepali men is actually pretty simple. What happened is they were poor men living in Nepal, and they were recruited by a Nepali labor agent for jobs in Jordan, and they thought they were going to work at luxury hotels in Jordan. So they went into debt to pay the labor recruiter. Their families went heavily into debt. They borrowed money from loan sharks or banks or neighbors or other family members. They paid the recruiter. They traveled to Kathmandu. They got on a plane. They went to Amman. When they landed, their passports were taken, and they were taken, we believe, to a lot compound in Amman, where they were told that there were no jobs at a hotel in Jordan and that they would instead be going to work at a US military base. And they were taken to the base against their will, and tragically the 11 men that we represent were killed along the way by insurgents.
12 ضحية قتلوا، لم يذهبوا للعراق بملء إرادتهم، فالحياة الكريمة والدخل المرتفع كانتا ما أتوا من أجله من نيبال مرورا بالأردن وصولا إلى العراق. وما صعب القضية أيضا وزادها تعقيدا تعدد الدول.
This case in particular is complex and difficult because it involves evidence in 3 different countries and corporate defendants. I've done other cases with single victims where they are trafficked into domestic servitude here in the United States, and they're simpler and easier. But and the laws here are strong and they really do protect the victims, so they have a chance of getting a good recovery.
هل انتهت العبودية بالعالم؟ أجابنا السيد لويس سيداباكا السفير المختص بشؤون الاتجار بالبشر حول العالم بأن العبودية موجودة، ولكن المسمى قد اختلف وآن الأوان لمكافحتها.
Slavery does exist in the world. It's something that unfortunately we can't simply say slavery is over and then hope that by just decreeing slavery is over that it will go away. This picture right here next to where you're sitting is of President Lincoln writing the Emancipation Proclamation 150 years ago. I've been in the room, his bedroom, where he wrote this, and I think he even realized that that was not the end. of slavery, it was the beginning of the fight against slavery. And I think that we owe it to him and everyone who's been exploited over the years to go out and fight this crime.
فيليب مارتن الذي اهتم بموضوع الاتجار بالبشر بالصدفة عندما كان يعد تقريراً صحفياً عن صالونات تزيين أظافر السيدات، تنقل إلى أكثر من دولة متتبعاً الاتجار بالبشر في كمبوديا والصين وتايلاند وفيتنام ليعد سلسلة تقارير التجارة بالخفاء Underground Trade.
I found in Thailand when I visited Bangkok, I visited a number of other places, including Chiang Mai in the north. And in Chiang Mai, what I noticed was that individuals were coming in from Myanmar and Laos into Thailand, and many of these individuals were being exploited. They come in as immigrants, they end up being trafficked. They don't always start off being trafficked. Sometimes the trafficking occurs when they meet pimps at the border, or sometimes it occurs when they find that they're not able to make ends meet for their family, and they are desperate and might work in a massage parlor, or on a plantation, or on a fishing vessel, and that's what I came across in Thailand. I also went to the Cambodian-Thai border and noted the extraordinary amount of traffic going between Thailand and Cambodia. A lot of it is Cambodians arriving in Thai villages, being prostituted, and in some cases, but not many, Thais going into Cambodia who are being prostituted. I also went to Vietnam, and in Vietnam, perhaps the most interesting story of the entire trip occurred along the Vietnam-China border. For years, thousands of young women and some boys have disappeared from northern Vietnam into China, and they have disappeared. Oftentimes it's clear what happened, but they haven't always been rescued. So I had a chance to talk to two young women who had been rescued by the organization Blue Dragon, which is a Vietnamese organization started by an Australian based in Hanoi. And what my involvement was basically recording two young women whose names we do not give out, their real names we do not give out. But I rode with them from Hanoi to their village along the China border, where one young woman was reunited with her parents. She had been missing for nearly 2 years. She had basically been taken into China by someone who said that he was in love with her. He said he was her boyfriend. He said, "I love you." She believed him. They drove to the border one day. He left her in a house. Moments later, a group came into the house. They were speaking Chinese. They took her into China, and she disappeared into a brothel. This happens all the time in Vietnam along the Vietnamese-China border.
حالات من الواقع واجهها فيليب، ولكنه أيضاً أضاف لنا بأن هناك تحول إجرامي من مجال تجارة المخدرات للتجارة بالبشر، وله أسبابه.
Individuals who once engaged in drug trafficking are now turning to human trafficking because the arrest rates are dismal. The vast majority of human traffickers, as you know, are not caught. And they aren't caught because many of those who are trafficked are afraid to turn to the police, either for reasons that they are in various countries illegally, including here in the United States, or because of a genuine fear for their safety and that of their parents or others, other loved ones. And so what we find is a growth in human trafficking. According to International Labor Organization, about 27 million people are trafficked each year.
الخوف من الشرطة ومن المجهول ومن التاجر أو العصابة موجود لدى غالبية الضحايا الذين صادفناهم أو حتى سمعنا عنهم.
ميليسا متطوعة في مؤسسة أطلس لتطوير الشباب المهاجرين، ما أتاح لها التعامل مع عدد من ضحايا الاتجار بالبشر، وتقوم بدور المترجم بين الضحايا الشرق أسيويين ومن يهمه الأمر.
I've been in contact with a few of the young people that comes to Atlas for a safe space or to seek services. So there's this girl, and I met her I think 2 weeks ago. Her story was one of the worst that I've heard so far. She was trafficked from China by snakeheads, and her journey to the US was horrible because she was going through taking planes, a lot of different planes, transiting to Russia and everything, and then in the end ended up in Haiti, where she spent 10 months being locked up in a room with a few other people. And when she was there, she fell sick, and what they did to her was they locked her up in the bathroom for 2 months, and they were like, we're not gonna care for you, you can die here, we're not gonna care. So if you're gonna die in this bathroom. So, but there was a lady who was with them. She was like secretly feeding her food or like give her drinks and medicine. So after 2 months, she got better. And after that 2 months, what they made her do every day was to cook for them. And then, so she wanted to leave to go from Haiti to come to the US. So they said that if you want to leave Haiti to go to the US, it was after 10 months, you have to have sex with me. So she had to provide sexual services so that she can gain her freedom, but only from the snakeheads in Haiti. When she came to New York, she still owes these people money, a couple $100,000 that she has to earn money and pay back. And she works 6 days a week and earn less than minimum wage to try to go through so that her family can be safe.
ميليسا عملت مترجمة لتقرير أعد عن عصابة تجار بالبشر تسمى سنيكس هيد، تنقل الأشخاص إلى الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية من الصين تحت مسمى العمل والحياة الفضلى ليتحولوا لضحايا هذه الجريمة.
So snakeheads are this organization of not organization, but a group of people who mainly exploit people. They happen in China, and then what they do is either the family of, I work with younger people, so I'm experienced with younger people who are trafficked to the US by snakeheads. So the family approach these snakeheads and be like, I want you to send my daughter to the US, or my son. So they send them here, and then the process that it takes to come here, it's a really long time, and usually they don't really care if they're dead or not, and they don't really care about the people that they traffic over. All they care about is the money. And I think when they're in China, the family contact them. So these young people that were trafficked here, they don't know that these are snakeheads. They thought that they were just people who were bringing them to the US to find a job, but they didn't know that they are victims of human trafficking. So to them, it's just like, oh, my family is thinking for me, thinking about my future and wants to give me a better life. And this person is responsible to bring me here. But what they don't know is they don't treat them as human beings. They treat them as commodities, as subjects, and money-making machines to send to the US. And when they get here, they owe these snakeheads a lot of money. And if they don't pay them, they say, you know what, your family's in China, I know where they are. I'm going to, kill them or something if you don't pay me back the money. So yeah.
لمزيد من المعلومات حول سنيك هيد ذهبنا لنلتقي المحقق أنطونيو سكانديفيو، نائب العميل الخاص المسؤول في دائرة الهجرة والجمارك في نيويورك.
Yeah, snakehead is a name developed by the Chinese smuggling. The way it's been explained to me is it's called snakehead because the head of the snake is the smuggler, and then the rest of the body, the tail, is the migrants that follow the head of the snake. So he becomes the snake head because all the migrants are the tail following him. And the way a snake moves is almost in an S fashion. And what happens with the Chinese nationals that are smuggled here, they jump from country to country to country to eventually reach here. They find countries that they can get people into. And that could mean going from China to Cuba, Cuba to Venezuela, Suriname to Bermuda, Bahamas, and then to the United States. So it's almost like they take these migrants on a tour before they reach the United States. When it first developed with snakeheads, there was a time here in the United States where boats would arrive on the shores of the United States with 200, 300 individuals from People's Republic of China, until the U.S. government put a stop on those boats coming. Then they tried South America, and then they went to Canada, and things would change. These people would be brought here and they'd be held captive until the family members would be threatened and paid large sums of money. Sometimes these migrants would be beat, sometimes killed, tortured, raped, until the family was able to pay, sometimes upwards of $80,000 to get smuggled here. During the time, they'd be held in houses or apartments across the United States until this money, and these families members would have to go to the underground market to borrow this money. So it was an evolution of they were constantly under this control of these snakeheads and gang members, and possibly even put to work here to work off the smuggling debt in restaurants and in horrible living conditions as well.
تجار يهدفون للربح لا يراعون الإنسانية ولا يعرفون أدنى مستويات حقوق الإنسان. هذا ما أكده لنا جيرثين من هايتي الذي لن ينسى أبداً ما حدث له.
My experience here in the United States, it's really crazy and was really, really hard. Like that was something, that was a moment that I will never ever forget about it in my life, where somebody took me in a plane saying that, like, where I'm from, it's a poor country. I met that lady in my country where she said that I have a visa and she can help me when I come here to get a job and help my family and stuff. I will have better education, etc. Where it was a lie, she would trick me, and I came here. She bought me a ticket and I came here in Florida. I was in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where I used to stay before. But all those good sentences that she was telling me, they were not in the book. The plan was for me to work on a thrift store for where I work, let's say sometime, I can say 20 hours, I can say 16 hours a day without eating nothing. And when one day I asked her to pay me, because whoever's working, that's what, with what they make, that's what they survive with, and they help people overseas with it. They also pay their rent, they also eat and stuff. When I asked her for her to pay me, she told me if I ever asked for money, she'd call immigration for me, which is scary. Nobody wants to go back home, nobody wants to get deported, you know. And so I stayed in my little shoes, do whatever she want me to do.
رحلة جيرثين بدأت بالكذب في طبيعة عمله، مروراً بضغط في ساعات العمل يصل إلى 20 ساعة بدون طعام ولا شيء، وأخيراً إلى التهديد بإعادته خائباً إلى الديار.
I used to live in a campus at the Nova Campus University. It's a university called Nova. And that's where the girl, Evelyn Islin, that took me. That's why I was staying with her, with her son. He's in school for lawyer. He studied law school and stuff. I used to sleep in the couch. And out of nowhere, one day she said that I'm damaging the couch because the couch losing shape. I can't sleep on it anymore. Now I have to sleep on the floor. You know how it is, you're sleeping on the floor, and where you're sleeping, that's the walkway. Anybody wants to go to the bathroom, that's where they walk, and you're right there on the floor. Can you imagine how that feels? People just walking on you and stuff. Boom. I go to that store with her, but like 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning, she get up, not 8 in the morning, I mean 7 in the morning. She get up and she drive her son to his job, and then we go to the thrift store. We drive to the thrift store. Sometimes, if she has, the way the thrift store works, she has connection with people that works in a hotel. They are super into apartment too, right? Those places that she gets stuff from, it's like, let's say if I'm a super And these people in apartment B1, they leave all the stuff. They call her to come get everything, TV, mattress, everything, dressers, everything, right? And I'm the only one who carry all these things in a truck.
من جيرث ومعاناته في الاضطهاد من قبل تجار البشر إلى ألكسندرا أو آل كما تحب أن ينادونها، وهي أحد ضحايا التجارة الجنسية أو الاضطهاد الجنسي. آل لها قصة من وحل الواقع المؤلم الذي يصعب شرحه إلا بلسانها.
My mother was a prostitute and my father was a pimp. My father went to prison when I was at 4 years old. My father went to prison. He shot and killed 2 people. They removed me from my mother's house and placed me in foster care. When I was put into foster care, the very first night I was sodomized and raped by the father and the son. I stayed in that foster home until I was approximately 7. And then the teacher realized something was going on in this foster home. So from that foster home, I went to the bomb foster home. These people were nice. They loved me. They wanted to keep me. They wanted to adopt me, but my mother would not let them. So I ended up going back with my mother. And her boyfriend took off molesting me and sexually abusing me. So at the age of 11, I was kidnapped and I was taken and I was pimped out till I was 12 and a half years old when a John asked me how old I was and realized I was too young and took me to the police. And then after that, I was running with gangs, locked up. I did 5.5 years as a juvenile for shooting somebody, and I was very, very violent. And then as I got older, trying to forget the things that had happened to me when I was pimped out, when I was taken, when I was molested, I started using drugs. So then no longer was anybody allowed to pimp me. I was pimping myself for the drugs.
آل على عكس كثير من الضحايا استغلت ما هي فيه للنهوض بنفسها والمجتمع، وأسست جمعية اسمتها ستارز لمكافحة العبودية الحقيقية، وتقوم أيضاً بنشاط فردي يعد فريداً من نوعه على مستوى العالم.
This is the #1 area for prostitution in the city of Toledo, and it's on the east side of Toledo. That's why it's this street right now. And I do outreach all over the city. And right now, this is the most populated area because young girls are now doing heroin. Because of the drug trade, the Oxycontins, they're no longer crushable. So now people are just going straight to the heroin. So that's why I picked this part. And the reason I do this is because if these women and girls can see that I'm a survivor and that I'm not ashamed to say what happened to me, and if I can save one person's life, then it's worth it. So what people think and judge me about, I don't care. But as long as I'm helping somebody and trying to help somebody, that's all that matters to me, to bring awareness to the plight. Because when these women were young girls, we didn't wake up one day and say, when we get older, we want to be a prostitute. No, circumstances make that happen to us. So I want to be out here and let them know, hey, I lived through it, and if I can give them some hope, then that's what I'm gonna try to do, and that's what I do. And I travel all over the United States and speak and tell my story. Some of them might want to get off the street. Some of them might want to go to a shelter. Some of them might say, hey, El, I'm tired. It's time for me to go. I have places outside of the United States, outside of the city of Toledo. I have friends that are survivors that run their own nonprofits that have safe houses and places for the women of Toledo to go. So it's not just Toledo they have to stay in.
آل ابتكرت نهاية سعيدة لمأساتها، وكل ما تحاول فعله هو تعميم فكرتها بأن لا شيء مستحيل وليس هناك ما يدعى لا أستطيع، فالعيب عيب على صاحبه، وما آلت إليه الأمور شيء خارج عن السيطرة والإرادة، لذا فلن تسمح لأحد أن يحاسبها عليه. ما نريده ونحتاجه هو هذه الإرادة لكسر خوف الضحايا، إضافة للوعي بالحقوق والواجبات وبعض من الإنسانية. إذن هم ضحايا بنظر الإنسانية قبل القانون، وهم عينة تمثل الجزء البسيط من هذه الظاهرة. لم نقصد بها التحديد بقدر نشر الوعي. تابعونا في الحلقة القادمة من البعد الرابع التي خصصت للحديث عن المؤسسات والهيئات التي خصصت لرعاية الضحايا. إلى أن نلتقي، دمتم في رعاية الله.